Hey, good evening. Hello, hello. Hi, Alicia, Patty, Bex. Good evening to you. Good evening. So, what's going on in your end of the world? Today it is pretty decent out, actually. It's low 80s, as far as I know. Let me double check on this. Um, Maybe mid 80s. But tomorrow, the next like 3 or 4 days are going to be 90s something. So it's 81 right now. Um, Let me see. It's taking a while. I'm a foot away from the modem, so it's like takes a while. And our humidity is about 45%, so not too bad. Not too bad. It's not like the 10% that Texas has or whatever it is, but um, yeah. So by Friday it'll cool down again. Saturday rain, and then we're like in the 70s for the highs, 50s for the lows. It's like, whoa, beginning of August. That's like pretty cool. Pretty cool. So 82 there, nice breeze. It's just about the same. Yeah, we've got what is our breeze here? South at 5. So very little breeze. Your parents' birthdays are this week. Well, happy birthday to them all and you. So that'll be nice. Hi, Kiri. Where your granddaughter lives in 10 storms for an hour. Oh my goodness. Okay. When was that, Patty? Because we had really bad storms last week. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, it was really bad. I'm trying to remember what day it was. It was Tuesday night last week. It was too hot. Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, we were, dealing with all the 90s and everything, and the bad storms go through last week, and then we still had days that were mid to upper 90s, around 100 even, through I want to say Thursday, and then Friday it started cooling down a little bit. Friday, Saturday. So, but anyway, I don't know if you guys remember that I was telling you that I had been trimming a lot of hedges, and last week I had worked on um, my lilac hedge a lot, and I had this huge pile. And so I had some friends come over on was it Tuesday afternoon? Tuesday afternoon, and we it was 5 huge pickup loads worth of branches and just debris, and so we got that all down to the city compost, and it was like we finished at like 5:45 in the evening or something, and around 10 o'clock the storms came in, 10 or 11. And so, I mean, just hours. If I hadn't done that, that pile probably would have been scattered all over town. I'm serious. It was some bad storms we had going through. Um, Straight humidity with highs in the 90s. Or the humidity was in the 90s, or the temperature was in the 90s. So, Saturday, a friend fixed your AC. Oh, Kiri, good. Oh, I'm so glad. That makes such a difference. When you can at least be in a temperature that is lower than your body temperature, that is huge. That helps so much. Um, it doesn't feel like you're cooking inside. It doesn't feel like your brain is cooking. It doesn't feel like, you know, that you just can't think or function, and so the humidities were in the 90s. Oh, that's that's so hard to live with. You know, um, People ask me if I miss Louisiana. It's like, friends and everything, yes, but in churches, but it's like I do not miss the weather. The humidity, mm-mm. And we still get really humid days here too. We've had last week when we were there were a couple days. I just remember seeing one day it was like 91 degrees with a heat index of 104. So you know that the humidity was high. It was either in the 80s or 90s. So yeah, it's um, very, 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 very. That was that gets so hot. It's like I didn't even want to go outside. You just go out to check on things, and it's like just joking, you know. Thanks, Alicia. Um, Even 100, a heat index of 115. Oh my goodness, Bex. Yeah, yep, I hear you, Patty. That humidity just it just sucks the life right out of you. You know, it's so hard. But anyway, so Tuesday, yeah, here we were in the 90s and humidity and just everything else, and I had we worked for almost 2 hours, about an hour and 45 minutes to clear those loads of branches and everything and bring them down there. And I was just drained after that. I was like exhausted. And so, anyway, and I think that's another reason I just didn't do anything after the next couple days. And I don't know, do you guys get that way too? Especially those of you over 50, 55, 60. It's like when you can get out and do the work, you get super um, super hot, super high, just drained and put the effort in, but then the next couple days it's like I have nothing left to do anything else. I don't know. Is it just me or does that happen to everybody? Because it's like I'm either 100% or zero or something like it wipes you out too. Oh, I don't say good that it does wipe you out, but think good I'm not alone in that. So I know is I 30 years ago I could do it all, but now I mean even I try to pace myself and everything. It's a killer. It really is. It's like I have so much to do, but I can't move, and I just want to stay in cold air conditioning and huddle up, and just rest. And even on days when I think I'm okay, it's like I end up just falling asleep. So anyway, oh, we got storms coming. It's just north of me. We might have something coming through tonight. In northern, on the Canadian border, right there in the middle of North Dakota, there's a little system there that could come my way. Oh my goodness, there's a whole bunch over Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, Las Vegas. Well, that's a dry area. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look, all the storms over the southwest. So hopefully they'll be getting something there. So um, thank you. That's true, Alicia. Your kids keep you up, and then you have to keep going. When I'm by myself, it's hard. Like Kiri, you've got your animals that you just have to get up and you got to take care of them, right? Um, yeah, but it is too hot to be out there for very long. Yeah, it's young man's work. That's true. It is. It is, especially like I did weeks of trimming trees and everything, and I'm like, in the storm, I had a couple more branches come down, and it's like I really need to get out there and clean that up. And that happened Tuesday, and it's like still haven't been able to get out there and do that. So anyway, the storm came through, and there were a number of places in my little town. I mean, we got excuse me, we got 3.5 inches of rain in. I don't know how long did the storm last? A half hour, not even that, 20 minutes. and we had 3.5 inches of rain. And then there were 2 more waves that came through during the middle of the night. But the first wave was so intense, and it was like constant lightning, so that we had constant thunder. I mean, it was just like light show. And for some of you, you saw it. I put it up on Instagram. I put a little video reel up there, and it was crazy. In the wind, we had, I don't know, 50, 60 mile an hour winds. But as we went further east, as the storm traveled east, they it intensified. It grew and intensified, and so the town just the next town down the highway from me, which is only 7 miles, they got hit the worst. And they said it was straight line winds, but again, damage to siding and houses and everything out there, and trees down all over the place, all over the place. On houses, on, let me see if I can pull up a couple pictures here. That a neighbor of mine took as he went to help clear out. So this was like a steady occurrence around the town, and that was against the houses. Hopefully you guys saw it okay, wiggling around a little bit. All the roads and the highways were covered with trees and debris and power lines and everything. It looked like a war zone. So yeah, it was crazy. Semis turned over, just, yeah. So anyway, they had, yeah. And that is, those trees were uprooted in soil that was hard, and it wasn't like it had been saturated from rain, because we've been dry for so long. So it was solid and hard ground, and it just uprooted all those. So yeah, they're still doing cleanup. There's still trees all around, but in town here, we just lost like a major limb off of the trunk or something. Those kind of broke off and did that. But yeah, it did some damage here. Did some major stuff. So I don't know where it went from there. If because usually Michigan ends up getting what we have. It goes over to Wisconsin, which I know was getting hit badly, but they were just calling them severe thunderstorms with straight line winds. But so I don't know. It was some pretty serious stuff, that's for sure. But we'll keep chatting throughout the evening, but I'm going to intersperse it with some memes. I just, we've been talking about so much stuff, and a lot of these memes, Patty, I know you're going to recognize, because when I get on these, it's like liked by the tinkerer's wife. So it's like, okay, she's one that's going to be seeing that. So anyway, so just some of them are kind of like, oh, and some are just really funny. I tried to just save the really funny ones, to do this. So, but I just wanted to bring some humor into the day, because, like I said, we've been dealing with so much here with storms and damage, and everybody's dealing with the heat, and it's like, and for those of you who have gardens that are coming out, things are coming out. You're busy. Canning and preserving or whatever is going on. So I just thought, well, let's just have an evening of something lighthearted, right? And so this one is, so, whoops, there you go. Is it gonna, no, why is it popping up? Add a caption. Maybe it's better if I use my phone. I was trying to do it with my iPad, but it's kind of heavy to hold up there. Okay. They're just so funny. Well, maybe some of them I don't have to show. Some I don't have to show. I'll just read them. So, okay. As I watch this generation try to rewrite history, one thing I'm sure of, it will be misspelled and have no punctuation. I won't even be able to tell when it comes from, where it comes from. So, okay, let me see. So, oh, I think I showed you guys this one last week. Have you ever listened to some folks for a minute and thought their cornbread ain't done in the middle? I think I showed you guys that one last week or the week before. So, their cornbread ain't done in the middle. I said I sent this one to to my siblings because the little guy reminds me of my brother Pete, who died 2 years ago, and it's like, or 3 years, yeah, 2 years ago. Says every family has that one kid. They're all holding their prize, and then look at the little one. I mean, that's just like so my brother. They're just like, that was him. So, I haven't lost all my marbles yet, but there's definitely a small hole in the bag somewhere. So some days I feel that way, right? It's just some days, yep. I like this one. I put my scale in the bathroom corner, and that's where the little liar will stay until she apologizes. Until she apologizes. Yep. We need Matt and Sarah on here. They said they've been really busy. But some of you guys will appreciate this one. Don't piss off old people. The older we get, the less life in prison is a deterrent. Yep. It's like, what? I only have a few years left anyway. I'll have a roof over my head, 3 square meals a day. It's like, it's like I don't have a job to worry about. I don't have this. Hi, Caitlin. I'm glad you're seeing this funny too. Um, this one's pretty hilarious. So it's cooking instructions on here on this bag, and I think it's for bacon. Yeah, cooking instructions for bacon. It says ingredients. It's pork, water, sugar, sea salt, celery powder, and maple syrup. Processed in New Hampshire and distributed. Cooking instructions: pan fry slowly on low to medium heat until bacon renders and is cooked to your desired crispness. So those are the cooking instructions in bold there. Now below that, it says, if you really don't know how to cook bacon, please contact your elected officials and complain about our education system. Every American should know how to cook bacon. Seriously. It's right there on the package. I like that's so great. It is so good. Uh, if you really don't know how to cook bacon, please contact your elected officials and complain about our education system. Every American should know how to cook bacon. Yeah, yep, that's so good. We may not party like we used to, but if we take a nap, we can stay up till dark. Eh, I've been sending these to a friend of mine once a day, and just isn't it too Patty? Oh, watch the Blind Surfer channel. He shared a video. I guess. No, I've never seen that one. That sounds interesting. I did go on to the one that Dave recommended last week. What was it? Bucky's chainsaw, something like that. So, oh, there you are, Dave. There you are. Oh, hi to Monique too. Um, I'll have to check them out, the Blind Surfers. So, anyway, I was watching a few of those on um, the is it Bucky's Bar channel? I don't remember, but anyway, um, so I was learning how to sharpen. And guess what? I did get myself a set of chainsaw files, so I've got that, and I haven't actually sharpened them yet. They just came a couple days ago. So, but uh, yeah, he is David. He is. So it's kind of nice to see. And so he's got a massive collection of chainsaws. But so anyway, I got some. So I was really watching him to see how he filed them down and everything, and sharpened the chains with the um, just the what do you call it, the files, the round files. So I got a kit of, I think there are 5 different sizes of files, and then of course the guards and the different things with it. So comes in like a little roll up kit type of thing. So bucking Billy Ray Smith. There you go. Thank you. Um, no, thank you, Patty, for putting the Blind Surfer up. I'll have to check that one out. So get a screenshot of that. Um, but I do have another question. So anyway, I am on the path here to be able to sharpen my own chains, which is going to be good. But trying to learn how to take care of my stuff. The I do have another question though. Do chainsaws, when you have them just sitting around unused and everything, for whatever length of time, whether it's a day or a year, is it normal for them to leak oil? Is my big question. Because it's like everyone I've had leaks oil to a degree, and it's like, is there any way to stop it? Help, you're well. That's actually a funny mistake, Dave. Help, you're well, Kiri. Oh, that's funny. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, is it normal for them to leak oil? Um, because it's like, well, it leaves a mess wherever I leave them and sit and everything. But so I was just wondering. And then if it is normal, what do you do to combat that? If it's not normal, what's going on with it? So yeah, and that's what it would be. It's just the bar oil I fill into, I fill the little reservoir with it and everything, and because I know it's got to have some place where it comes, as the saw is working and the chain is going through, it's got to drip out onto the chain to keep it lubricated. So there's got to be some kind of hole there. I mean, it's like, do you store it upside down? I'm just storing it, sitting it just normal. I mean, is there a better way to store them that they wouldn't leak that well? So, just keep your mind on a junky piece of plywood. So, oh, okay. Yeah. Cases for them to catch the leaking oil. Okay. Yeah, mine didn't come in a case. So I just had it sitting around. So, okay. So if it's normal to have them leak, I guess I will just deal with it. So, oh, it's a joke. Okay. You also don't have a case because on his channel, Bucky and Billy Ray Smith, on his channel, he had, in his garage or shed, whatever he had, where he's got all his chainsaws, he had them like hanging in all different positions. Some of them were bar side down, some were bar side up, some were across, just all kinds of different things. So, oh, that's true. I have to have a truck first to be able to toss it in the back. And so I'm just using it for tree trimming around my property, and that's it. So I don't even I have a double lot, so it's not even a quarter of an acre. So I don't have to go too far in tossing that chainsaw in. Good reason to get. I just got a case for my chainsaw. I have to get a truck to put it in. Oh, yep. A $35,000 chainsaw and case, right? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. So, okay. On to the next one here. Let me see. This was actually, I was like, what? Apparently, there's a third option between burial and cremation. If you look at that, let's see, pulling. I was like, oh my goodness sakes. Oh. I was so, oi, oi, oi. When I'm an old lady, I'm going to leave snacks in little bags on the floor all over the house in case I fall down. Remember those old commercials? Help, I'm falling and I can't get up. It's like now you don't have to worry about getting up. You just crawl around on the floor and from bag to bag. And right, be prepared. Okay, so this one might take you a little bit of time to watch. On this sheep scale, how do you feel today? So 1 through 9, it's got all these different expressions of the different sheep. I don't know, 3 just always catches me. I love 4 though too. This is great. I said this to a friend of mine. She goes, "Yeah, I'm 1 in 5." It's like, the 9, Kiri. I see your place full of 9s. That's what I just envision. All over the place. 3 looks like your Annie dog used to. Oh. So tell me, you feel like a 4? The bucket on your head. Oh, so tell me what you guys, the rest of you, what do you feel like most days? Or you can say first thing in the morning, or by evening you feel like a 5. Those are crazy. You're 3. Yeah, I'd love to see a picture of that, Dave. Oh, that'd be crazy. Okay. Sometimes it's a 1. Today you're more like the 5 zone, to which driving in PT works. How are you doing, Patty? How are you healing up? If you're doing physical therapy, then um, something must be improving, I would hope. So your hair looks like Annie's. Yeah, you're a little bit on the fuller, frizzier side. That's definitely. A friend came over and taught him to examine the leg, but found nothing wrong. Well, hopefully you can figure out something that's nothing serious. Okay, one way to find out if you're old is to fall down in front of a lot of people. If they laugh, you're still young. If they panic and start running to you, you're old. It's like, oh, just, yeah. Your ankle has an injured ligament. Oh, I'm sorry about your ankles. That's tough. They shouldn't have them. I know what you're saying. um, 3 weeks after you might get an MRI. Oh, well, I'm glad the swelling is going down. I'm glad the swelling is going down. So, um, oh wow. Well, it looks like that dog really needed that, Kiri. Yes, absolutely. Okay. My superpower is ruining my kids' life by telling them to empty the dishwasher in between their schedule of doing nothing and nothing. Yeah. Just ruining my life. What are you doing? Nothing. From the I couldn't get up, bad knees and broke a bone in your wrist. People stared. Oh wow. Well, they didn't think you were old then, Patty. It ruined your life. Empty the dishwasher. Oh, I'm so sorry, Patty. That is just not right. They said Noah was a crazy conspiracy theorist. Noah. Then the rain came and the fact checkers drowned. There is always that. There is always that. Oh my goodness. It was a few years ago. Oh, yeah, the superpower. Okay. This isn't me, but it was kind of funny. Scientists invent a bracelet that gives electric shock every time a person curses. A person in traffic. I don't curse people out in traffic. I don't. I might. So what? That was stupid. Why did you do that? You know, I would. That's about the extent that I go. So, uh, okay. When a clown moves into a palace, he doesn't become a king. The palace becomes a circus. It's a Turkish proverb. That's true, Dave. That's true. Uh, Jack. Nice move, Jack. There you go. Or Bub. What are you doing, Bub? Okay, yes. When a clown moves into a palace, he doesn't become he doesn't become a king. The palace becomes a circus. Yeah. I think we're all experiencing that in one way or another. So, um, I swear if my memory was worse, I could plan my own surprise party. Uh, hey, Connie, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, the storms that came through, it just was bad, bad, bad. So, anyway, you had to drop in and visit Connie today. Nice. Oh, that's so good. I don't know if it's just summer or if people are just not interested in my lives anymore, but our numbers have really gone down. Just at 8 right now. I'm glad to have each one of you here. It's like all moderators. Well, Bex was here. I don't know if she is, but anyway. Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice that you guys get to connect in that way. That's wonderful. The Smurfs Unite. Well, they're just missing out on some good stuff here, right? Okay. This one I really like. It's a mosquito trap. Look at that mosquito trap. The mosquito lands on the salt, thinking it's sugar. They get thirsty for water, but the cap has rum in it. I'm trying to read this backwards, guys. It's backwards for me. The mosquito gets drunk, trips on the stick, and bangs its head on the rock. And therefore, it's dead. It's good. That's a mosquito trap. Oh, well, Kiri, I'm glad you're here. I know it's sometimes hard to remember it's Monday. So, for any of you who ever wonder um, who end up having arguments, possibly with their competitions or arguments or whatever with other people, the original patent from 1891 for a toilet paper roll shows the correct rolling direction in case you ever doubted. So it rolls away from the wall, over the top. So there you go. Oh, that's so cool. I'm glad your sunflowers are doing well. That's amazing. You were right. I know. I do it that way too. It just seems to make more sense, and it's like, well, that's how they invented it to be. And it's like, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You were taught a lie. It goes the other way. Oh, so, okay. Show of hands for those of you who when you're in somebody else's house or somewhere else, probably like a gas station bathroom, you don't even bother just because you just want in and out. But especially if you're at somebody else's house and it's going a different direction, will you turn it around to the way that you're used to doing it, whether it's one way or the other? Will you correct it? Hey, Brenda. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. If you know the person well enough. Yeah. I think the last time we did it was probably at my cousin's or something. So, not your call. No, but you want to. I don't, normally I don't. Normally I don't, but I think if I end up having to replace the roll, I will probably put it on the way I'm used to putting it on if I have to replace it. But I won't take it and turn it around or anything like that. So I might do it as a joke if someone else. So true, Dave. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So, okay. Don't bother walking a mile in my shoes. That would be boring. Spend 30 seconds in my head, and that'll freak you right out. As a guest, you don't mess with that insanity. Uh, who the heck flipped the teepee? They're going in and they're like, wait a minute, did I put that on wrong before? I know it's kind of messing with their heads. So, um, this is a great little story. I'm going to tell you guys. Okay. Well, first of all, I want you guys to all put something in the chat here. It's like, what is your favorite animal? Just put in there what your favorite animal is. For me, I think I'd have to say a horse. I think. But what is your favorite animal? You could do that to your wife, and she'd figure it out pretty quick. Oh, you guys do it so differently. Oh, that'd be funny. Um, Laugh though. If you have cats or little kids, it's better. That's true. That's true. Makes a difference. A dog. Favorite animal. Be interested to see what you guys say. Yeah, who heck flipped the TP? Cat. Love your kitty. That's awesome. Okay. Most cuddly ones. Chickens, your favorite outdoor pets. Okay. Very cool. You had to ask twice at church because I can't do it. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Kiri. So dogs, yeah, Connie, I think that I'm with you on that too. It's like I have no place, obviously, to keep a horse at this point in time, and I haven't had one for since I was a teenager. But I mean, I still do love horses, but to have one around me at this point in time in my life, it would be a dog if I could do that. So, all right. So anyway, it's a little story here. Our teacher asked what my favorite animal was, and I said fried chicken. She said I wasn't funny, but she couldn't have been right because everyone else laughed. My parents told me to always tell the truth. I did. Fried chicken is my favorite animal. I told my dad what happened, and he said my teacher was probably a member of PETA. He said they love animals very much. Well, I do too, especially chicken, pork, and beef. Anyway, my teacher sent me to the principal's office. I told him what happened, and he laughed too. Then he told me not to do it again. The next day in class, my teacher asked me what my favorite live animal was. I told her it was chicken. She asked me why, so I told her it was because you could make them into fried chicken. She sent me back to the principal's office. He laughed and told me not to do it again. Hey, Joy. Bacon is your second favorite animal. I like that. That's good. I don't understand. My parents taught me to be honest, but my teacher doesn't like it when I am. Today, my teacher asked me to tell her what famous person I admired most. I told her Colonel Sanders. Guess where I am now? Oh, I know. It's so true, Patty. Yeah, the teacher has a problem. She wants to know, but doesn't allow the children to express themselves in that way. A post from KFC, probably that would be. Uh, I don't know what kind of hate mail they'd get from that or not, but um, okay. So this was the alert that I had gotten for that storm on Tuesday night. Came in at 10:20, and it said at 10:20 a severe thunderstorm was located, um, probably about 50 miles southeast of me, moving east at 50 miles an hour. The hazard was 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Um, the impact was hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. So anyway, it did a lot of damage. Ended up being more than that. So yeah, they were clocking easily 80 and 90-mile-an-hour winds. So um, here for, I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me see. Oops. Where did my sound go? Sound? I don't know why I don't have any sound. Oh, there it is. Okay. Start again. Okay, this was in the middle of the storm here. Oops, I don't know if you guys see the lightning that was just going constantly. It's just out my front door. So anyway, that was 3.5 inches of rain in about 20 minutes. So yeah, it just cloudburst. It was a crazy storm, definitely. You had one, an EF1 last week. Ooh, 60 miles west of you. Wow. Where's London, Alaska? I'm not familiar with where that is. Said just like what we had was very true. Yep. Yeah, it was a crazy amount of rain, definitely. And I was texting with my sister, and she's like, well, is it a tornado? Is it a tornado? And I was watching the cell, and it had started out kind of small, like I said, and it started to grow and grow. And the very center of the cell, which is really the dark red, was coming right over my house. Like, okay, this is not good. So, but I kept waiting for the sirens. I mean, the tornado siren is like just, I'm on the corner of a block, and the other corner of the block is the fire hall with a tornado siren. So, I mean, I'm like, what, 50, 60 feet away from the siren. So, um, hey, Howie, how are you? Um, yeah, so she was like, is it a tornado, or are they going to have you, do you need to go to the basement? It's like, well, there's no sirens going off yet. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, yeah, I think all the firemen were hunkered down too, wondering if they should be going out into that and getting the siren going. But anyway, for all of you who are putting up with super hot days with high humidity, and this is a good one to do. I'm not even going to read it. Let you guys read this one. The principles of hydroplaning. There you go. Oh, hope you were able to read it. Landed in the bathtub. So it was great. It was great. So if anybody didn't see that in time, let me know. I'll put it up again. But here's one that's kind of a cutie. Word for the day is Herkel Durkel. It's a 200-year-old Scottish term meaning to lounge in bed long after it's time to get up. Happiness is Herkel Durking. Herkel Durking. Is 83 here to cousin. She said she was coming to visit. 118 wish. Yep. Yep, I hear you. I'm sorry, I can't resist this one. So you try to just you try to hydroplane right off and land in the tub. I am trying to master the art of eating a powdered donut without looking like I just got back from the White House. And if you're not following the news, it's not going to mean anything to you. But anyway, I thought that was kind of. Yes, Herkel Durking is your fave. Yes, I know. It feels good too. Sometimes I just have to, because my bedroom's upstairs and everything else is downstairs, bathroom and everything. It's like, it's not easy just to crawl back into bed and just to lay there for a while because it's like all the way through the house back upstairs, and so sometimes once I'm up, it's just like I'm up. But I know that was great. I see people my age out there climbing mountains and zip lining. And here I am feeling good about myself because I got my leg through my underwear without losing my balance. It was good. uh, you're a Dirkler. Oh, that's good. It would be nice. My cousin keeps telling me, just put a porta pot upstairs. And I'm like, I'm not going to start that. It's just like, there's a whole element of carrying the bucket up and down some steep stairs. It's like, yeah. Okay. No chamber pots. I'm not opening my bedroom window and tossing it out there either. Oh my goodness, that would exactly, Patty. Exactly. Are you kidding me? 70-year-old? Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. I don't have a train of thought. I have 7 trains on 4 tracks that narrowly avoid each other when the paths cross and all the conductors are screaming. So it's like, think of those thoughts going all over the place. Oh, your grand's house had chamber pots? Oh, wow. Yeah, my bathroom's on the main floor and I have 3 bedrooms upstairs. And then, but to come down the stairs, they end right here, right behind this wall. And so I have to go all the way through the living room, the dining room, the kitchen to the bathroom. And so just have 1 bathroom in the house. And so it's like all the way through the house, all the way down, all the way around through the house, and then all the way back up. Um, so it's like, it has to be a very urgent and meaningful trip in order for me to make that one. That's for sure. You do me traits as well. Oh, I know. Full bath. up, 3/4 down, close. That's so nice. That's very good. All right. I need a day between every day to recover from the day before and prepare for the upcoming day. Ever kind of feel like Kermit in that way? I felt like that lately. It's like, okay, I did all this. Now I got to get ready to do this other stuff. Your realtor hated us because he insisted on one floor and he insisted on a garage. Oh. So you have trains that go by here every day, several times a night and day. Most are pretty quiet when they blow their horn, but one guy blows. Oh no. And a 3-day weekend to prepare for the 4-day week ahead. Yep. Or you could say, I need Friday to prepare for the weekend, and then I need Monday to prepare for the week. So a 4-day weekend to prepare for the 3-day week. Okay. Be grateful that no matter how much chocolate you eat, your earrings still fit. Your earrings will still fit if you. It doesn't matter how much you eat. There are a whole bunch of jokes about the loud engineer all up and down the rails here. Oh, I bet. Yeah, see, I'm just three blocks from the tracks here also. um, this is kind of, I can't figure it all out here, but this one is all the warning lights that come on and what they're supposed to mean in your car. Like squishy, what is it? Squishy doofers, a drunk robot, a cyclone in the car, ghosts, an owl. I mean, they have just all different meanings for the little lights. Um, one for air conditioning, so it's a little snowflake. It says, "Let it go." Oh, good night, Howie. Yes, save seeds. Yeah, it was absolutely save seeds. Um, because the little warning light that comes on right here, it's yes, 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 yes. So the one on the second row here, right there, with the seatbelt sign, it's your arms are melting. First, since you've lived with no trains. Okay. So let me see if I can find one more before we have to go. That's funny. Research has shown that laughing for 2 minutes is just as healthy as a 20-minute jog. So now I'm sitting in the park laughing at all the joggers. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. So, you guys, thanks so much for going through this with me. I just want to do something a little different. And I'm out of Sven and Oli jokes and stories. So there's a ton of memes out there. I've been saving them. So, oh, thanks, Eli. You take care. But that's your exercise plan. Yeah, it's about my speed too. So, all right, you guys, you just take care. God bless. Always have hope and have a great week. Yeah, just fun, just funny ones and family friendly. Yep. 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 So, you guys have a great week and we will see you next Monday. Good night.